You guys, listen. I understand the meaning of life. Okay, listen. I was so depressed for so many days. And I just went out and I was overthinking it obviously, but it's something I wanted to go to, so I went out and it's like raining with like so much wind, it's like a tornado or something. And I had to originally I planned it where I was like my jacket's wet. Originally I planned it where I was like I'll take the bus directly to the station so I can avoid all of this rain and stuff. Shall I show you? So I remember how crazy that is. Okay, and it's been raining like that since the morning. And I was like, I'll take the bus directly to the subway. And then I was like, but I want to eat fries before I go because I'll be hungry over there. So then I was like, okay, I'll go early enough to the McDonald's so then I can still catch the bus. But then I missed that time. But I was like, well, that's fine, whatever. I walked to the McDonald's, get my fries, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to walk in this. But I didn't even mind. And then I was like, had my hood and I was like holding my fries and eating it. It's so crazy. Look at this. Look, that's crazy wind. I was walking in that, and that's a full tree. I'm so happy. I love rainy weather. Maybe it's like curing me of my depression. I wish it was like this every single day of my life. It's so nice. Okay, so I was walking with my hood down, and I was like getting drenched, and I was eating my fries too. My fries were getting drenched, and then I realized I was having the best time of my life, and I was like, more, and it was like just right in my face. So fun. It was so fun. It was like 20-minute walk. And then I get to the subway and I'm fully soaked and drenched. Already I'm having a great day. I get to the place. I'm going to see my friend in a show. And she was like dancing. And she does it every year. And so I went. And remember I was feeling like social anxiety. So, but I was alone, so it's fine. And I went and I was watching her, and it was the best, first of all, the best show that I've been to in so many years. Like they just keep getting better, so it was great. Great, full performance, great. The full cast was great, but also she was so phenomenal. But also, she sang this song that she's always wanted to sing, that she talked about a long time ago, where she was like, I want to perform this song as this character, and she performed that song as that character, and she just did a phenomenal job. But more than that, she was like, it was like seeing her live her dream. And I just couldn't, like, I wish I couldn't like scream her name because I didn't want to embarrass her, but that's what I wanted to do. And I was like shaking with how excited I was for her because I didn't know she would do that because she didn't tell us. And then afterwards I saw her and she comes out, and I was like jumping up and down because I couldn't contain myself, and I was so happy for her. And I was like, you're so great. And I just started like, I burst into tears because I just felt like so much love and I realized so many things where I was like, watching someone else live their dream in any capacity. I know it's not the full dream, but watching someone else live their dream in any capacity is like the same feeling as like achieving the dream for yourself, achieving your dream. There's no separation. But it's just, there's so much I felt. I was like, these people are standing here in front of their friends and family, and they're just like doing this because they're having a good time. And it's like, some of these people, they've never danced and sung, but they're being so brave, being on stage, and they're doing such a great job. I was just like so happy that we're all here in a shared connection to support people who are having a good time. Isn't that what everything should be about? I just felt like I could be the embodiment of love fully, you know what I mean? Because I just love supporting. And it felt so good, and I was crying so hard, and she was like, ha ha ha, I made someone cry. And it was very hard for me to stop myself. I'll tell you, I could have cried for like an hour, but I stopped so that we could go get lunch. But I was just so happy. I want to see every person on planet Earth achieve any sort of dreams that they have, and I just spent all my time crying. Um, and also, then we went to get lunch to A&W, and we were in line, we were ordering, and then there was other people in line. And listen, I don't know what kind of magical feeling was in the air or something, but every single person that joined the line, that was already in line, that was in that store, just like was smiling, as if like all of us are just like we know each other or something. Like they were all making eye contact with each other and like with me and like smiling and going like, and then like I went to sit down with Raki, and they called my order, not my name, but like just like my order. And then I get up slowly, and there's two people in line who saw me order, and they were like, "Oh, she's coming, she's coming." And then they like looked at me and they were smiling like as if they know me, like they're my friends. And can I just say, all I could think was like, I feel God in this Chili's tonight. What? And it's like two more things that I have to tell you guys, because this was about today and I just feel like I'm floating. But last night I had this dream 2 nights ago, because yesterday I made the videos where I was like, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed, I cried. 2 nights ago I had this dream at night, and it was so tender and so sweet and so beautiful. I was at a coffee shop with someone that I know, that I can't even remember who it was, but I know it was someone I know, like my dad or something. And we both ordered drinks, and then his drink came, and then I waited for mine, and we were just having a good time. And then I was like, you know what, I'll go and check. And my mom was there. But my point is this. I went to the counter in my dream to check, and I was walking to it, and this person passing me, like a person ordering a drink or something, like, no, serving a drink, who works there, in the dream, they like tapped me on the shoulder, and we made eye contact, and they were like, I like your blazer. And I was like, what? But in the dream I didn't say what. Right now I'm saying what. In the dream I was like, thanks, because it was known in the dream that I was wearing a blazer for some reason. But that exchange was so authentic and so genuine. It was like, I remember the icon. I can still remember it. It was so real. It was like this feeling of like my heart is touching yours, okay? And then I go to the counter to ask about my drink, and I was gonna be like, she was already talking to someone, and then right as she finished, I was gonna be like, oh, excuse me, and she goes, oh, this drink is ready, is it yours? And I was like, yeah. And then we both started laughing, and that exchange was also, my heart is touching yours. And that exact dream, I woke up and I was so sad, so depressed, because I always feel that when I wake up, because I'm like, I have to do all these things, whatever. But that dream was like with me in my heart, and I felt almost even sadder about it, because I was like, where do I get that? How do I get that? Because I'm not letting, oh my God, because I'm not letting it in, right? Everywhere I go outside, everyone's just the kindest person I've ever met. And I'm like, all walls, all no doors, you know what I mean? Don't come in kind of thing. So I was like, I'm not letting love in. And it just felt like so real. The feeling felt so real in the dream. And then I went to A&W, and that was the feeling. And it was like, wow, it's like we all know each other. Like everywhere I looked, everyone was just smiling. What the hell is that? I've never experienced that in my lifetime. I was downtown. Do people do that downtown? No. And then also in the show, it was like around women power, female empowerment, okay? Love it. Every song, loved it. At the end, they sing the song about the age of Aquarius, and they were like, let the sun shine in, and I just almost cried there, because I was like, yeah, I gotta. That's for me. That song's for me. The line's for me, let the sun shine in. And they just kept singing it in like this chorus of like 20 women singing let the sun shine in. I have no words. I was like, this is highly ordained by God for me to have been in this audience tonight, and to witness dreams coming true, and to support, and to be the embodiment of love, and to get a reminder to let the sunshine in, and then to feel the love of strangers just everywhere I go. And also last night, after I did all my crying, so very late at night, I made a video for myself where I was like, I have to remember who I am, otherwise I'll forget it. I have to remember That it's not about all this stupid freaking shit that I'm thinking. Where I'm like, how am I gonna get this? And where am I gonna get support from? Who cares? I have to be the embodiment of love so that I feel like me for no other reason. So, not so that I can receive anything, but just so that I feel like me so that I don't feel depressed. Because the whole feeling of depression is like you're not being yourself. And also, of course, I'm like doing this thing where I'm like sheltering myself, where I'm like, I can't go outside, people will look at me, weather's not perfect, what will I wear? Ugh, bullshit. I went out in this and I felt so good, and it doesn't even matter if anyone's looking, because the whole point is that we're all here together and our heart is touching their heart. My heart is touching your heart. How else will we do that if I'm sitting inside? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what you're doing and where you are, and because it didn't matter. I was just in line at an A&W ordering my order, and I was just walking to the counter, and she was like, "Oh, she's coming," and we were all connected. So it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for yelling, but I can't contain it. I have to remember who I am at every waking moment, because everything else that's distracting me from that is just me reliving the past in fear because I don't know what's coming, or like I don't know what to do now. But the whole point is that I don't have to know, and there's nothing to do. I just have to go outside and go to A&W. Okay. Love you. Bye.